Everyone, and welcome to another episode of Triple Threat Comics YouTube channel. I'm your host, Ian Miller. Tonight, we welcome back another very good friend of mine from Sierra Nova Comics. He's the co-writer of several comics in that platform. But tonight, he's here with us to talk about his latest Kickstarter campaign for his comic, Mittens Space Pilot. Please welcome the one, the only, Greg Moquin. Greg?
Hello.
So, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Of course, of course. We're now in issue 3 of Mittens, and it's going off pretty well.
Yeah, yeah, it's doing pretty well. There isn't a backer yet today, but hopefully that changes.
Yeah, that's true. But you guys are, have been. You just started this past week, and it's already been midway funded, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at that.
Yeah, now we're trying to get our stretch goals, and they're actually some of the coolest stretch goals that we've come up with on any campaign. So
yeah. Of course, the artist is Josh Harris, also part of the platform, and Josh has done some terrific work.
Yeah, he's super talented.
Yeah, just the stunning artwork. Without giving too much away, what can you tell us what happens in this issue? Without giving too much.
Everybody dies. No. No. So it is the end of a plot arc. This is the last time people will see Mittens for like a year ish. So we're gonna have a trade next year, but no new Mitten stuff. Maybe there'll be an ash can or something, but besides that's it. Because we're focusing on a different story that's within the Mittens verse.
Okay.
It does connect to this, so it's all connected. What happens in this one? There's been a vault job that, if you read the second issue, you kind of are aware of. That happens in this, and things happen there. There's a scene around that moment. We have a reward tier that you can actually have your pet drawn in to the comic, which we've never done yet. And one or two people or something have chose that tier already. Because Josh has a specific scene at this building that they're at that they like the people's pets will actually be like a part of. So it's pretty cool. So that vault job, there's a big reveal of one of the characters that are already like in the series, something with them, and there's more Griff. That's why he has a plushie this time around. So yeah.
Well, let's go to the rewards. Emergency takeoff, which is the digital copy.
Yeah.
You have the physical copy and the digital copy for $10. That's a big score. Now, what is this one?
The mission in the asteroid belt is our variant cover that we had made. So Gwen, I won't say her full name because I'll butcher it. Gwen and Greg Watson, they wanted to make a cover for Mittens for 3 years, and it's always like something's come up or something has gotten in the way, and this was definitely worth like waiting 3 years for. People have, like, there's a number of people that have like picked that as like a add-on or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's awesome, and it was definitely worth the wait.
Absolutely. It looks fantastic. That costs for $15. We have a digital paw print. Very clever on the names.
Yeah, I try to do that.
Yeah, so this is issues 1 through 3. Digital copies, all PDFs. Very nice. And the final hunt.
Yeah, that's issue 3. You get the physical and the digital, and the new sticker that we're offering, which is Griff's ship called a Bambooster. Because
Very nice.
bamboo.
Very nice. Then previously on Mittens, digital copies and the physical copies of issues 1 through 3, only for $30. Very nice. I would definitely buy the physical copies as well as the digital copies, folks, because it's always good to have physical comics. But of course, some of you like to read on your phones or your tablets and all that. That's fine, but I'd rather have the physical copies.
And then we have the shirt that you made.
Yes, I did.
Yeah. And I think a few people have got that already.
Well, I had a feeling, it was going to do well, because the way it looks, and also it looks spectacular on the shirt, because it matches Josh's artwork a lot. I was very afraid that I wasn't going to match, but it did. It works very well, and
that's awesome.
I'm glad that people had purchased some of them.
Yeah, I kind of want one because I'm trying to get all new shirts when my upstairs is finally finished, and I'll have a walk-in closet. So I'm trying to get all new clothes, and I'm thinking of just having indie comic creator shirts or whatever. I got Bad Wabbit already from Anthony Castro, and I'm getting Lucky 33, a shirt from them from New Luminaries. So I'm just trying to add to the collection of stuff.
Well, if you did a Code Name Hunter shirt, you know what to come to.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Yeah, but very clever play on the titles here. Q fight scene again. So we have the shirt, we have the digital copies, the Cosmo trading card, and of course the ship sticker.
Yeah. Yeah. Then Alice's flash drive. Alice is a new character in issue 3. It's based on my girlfriend's cat that she used to have. A really cool cat. The flash drive did well on the first Mittens campaign, so we brought it back because she has a flash drive that has stuff on it. So nobody was getting that tier, so I was saying to Josh, I think because we didn't say what's on the flash drive, so we updated it. I think that's the new updated one. It might not be yet. I don't know, but yeah. So there's behind the scenes content, concept art from issues 2 and 3, a breakdown of the animation trailer that he made for this, and there's a few other things on there that if you get that tier, you'll be the only one that has that stuff. So.
Yeah. And of course, we have the Cosmic Retailer package.
If you're a shop and you're watching, you can get this
for $75.
Yeah.
And it's so fluffy plushie. Wow, this came out great. This is the Griff plushie.
Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. That isn't updated. Yeah, he still has to update those. Yeah, he has a staff now because the person making the plush, they have a 3D printer person. Mm-hmm. And so he has a bamboo staff that he carries. He also has a bamboo gun, but that's not gonna be part of his of the plushie. And he also has shoulder pads that are 3D printed, but that's gonna be later on when they get those. Then we can update that.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Then the Sketchy Heist, which is a sketch cover, 125. Very nice.
Yeah. People. There's always the same people usually get that tier, so
yeah,
hoping those same people do it again. I don't know if anybody got that one yet. I have to check, but
no, there's still time.
Hey. If you choose that tier, that's the only time. That's the only tier that is offering the like parody Pokemon cards that we had last time on the second campaign. And I am also offering that because Dylan wants to print more for like conventions. So
Not a bad idea, especially because people could just look at it and say, "Oh, this is cool. What is this?
yeah,
Who are these characters from? I don't remember this." And then they get interested in the books.
yep, that's worked. Even though we only had two uh, sets left, and we sold them at the same convention that like both people like saw
Yeah.
the cards and they're like, oh, and then I was like, yeah, you can just buy the cards if you want.
Okay, for 150, we have entered the Mittenverse. I also said multiverse. Apologize.
Yeah,
Physical copy, digital copy, and the Rift's ship sticker. Aliens parody art print. I remember this now.
yeah, yeah. That was the Aliens parody art print was actually going to be a cover, and then I was like, no, I want Dune as the cover, and he's like, okay. And then for the trade, we might have Blade Runner, so that'd be kind of cool.
So you're paying homages to some of the best. I would have to say movie posters.
Yeah, yeah, that's what we're trying to do.
Exactly. Oh, no invite.
He is. Um, yeah, and then add-ons is basically every item that you could
Yeah.
get. So issue 1, 2, 3, the variant cover, the digital ones if you want digital stickers. We had Commissioner Quacker's keychain on the first campaign, and people like that, so we might bring that back. It all depends if we decide to. Because I was talking about that to Josh. He's like, "Oh, we could do that."
Well, you still have time to do that if you want to.
Yeah, we have a lot of time.
Yeah.
The trading cards, I do a trading card every campaign. It's not just a character card. There's actually like a bio and stuff, and there's like a unique fact about the person the card is for. So, yeah, there's something special on Cosmo's card. So, but if you read the third issue, you'll find out what that special something is, kind of.
So if you want to buy the trading card, you gotta buy the comic, folks.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's cool because it reminds me of trading cards that you would see in the 90s, especially with some of the superhero ones, the big event ones.
Yeah.
So it's very nice. But here's a close-up shot of the Mittens Art Aliens parody art print, as well as the Star Fox 64, which I loved in the last campaign.
Yeah. We wanted to do something different for the art prints because the previous campaigns we were doing the N64 um, prints, and we kind of like oversaturated the nostalgia factor with that. So we decided not to do one of those on this campaign.
Yeah.
We could always do another one, but we wanted to like just not do because we have three, so
Yeah.
we could always do it on the next plot arc or something.
Well, I think three is kind of an overkill, but if you decide to do one, yeah, you should do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're here at the milestone meter, and currently you passed 50 backers, which unlike my comic, Totem Hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is very cool to see that happening. I
Yeah.
can't wait for you guys to get this, 75 backers so you could,
Nice pick. Yeah.
yeah. And we had Todd in the last episode, so he's a cool guy.
Yeah, he's cool. And then I think 100 is Apos. I think that's how you say it. Apos Army. Katrina, who is the editor, that's one of her stories. It's a cat book, so obviously that has to be on here.
Absolutely.
And then we have Don't Eat Meat 1 from Nick Thompson, who's part of our platform. And also, he has a Kickstarter going on right now for
Nice.
that. So, yeah, people should go back to that. And then at, I believe, the last backer goal, I think it's 200 backers, is Sovereign Comics. I like the comic. I just can't say the name. The first word, I can't I can barely say, but it's stigma is the second word.
Yeah.
I can't say the first word. He says it all the time, and then I'm like, yeah, that. Like that. I can't say that word.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah. But it's really good.
Yeah. Then, of course, there's you and there's Josh.
Yep. And then instead of Lucky 33 doing the coloring, like the flatting and stuff, this time around he has somebody else because they're busy doing other things. And yeah, but we still include them as, from 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Trina is obviously the editor.
And obviously, we all know where the funds are going, obviously.
Yep. To buy more plushies. No. Yeah. The next story that we're doing, well, obviously, is the trade. And then we have a different story that's part of the Mittens verse. That's going to be the next thing after the trade. That's not a Mittens book. Mittens is not in it, but another character from Mittens is in it. So, yeah.
But I figured after probably when that story arc continues, you'll probably figure, maybe we'll go back to Mittens at least in one story aside from the trade and also this story arc.
Oh, so the thing after the trade is a one shot.
Okay.
So instead of doing a 3-issue series, which I was going to do, I'm like, oh, I can just do a one shot of that, and then we're gonna go back into the second plot arc of Mittens, and I kind of got some ideas for new characters because my girlfriend thought the plushie for Griff looks like a cow. It's a panda. So that gave me an idea for barnyard animals and stuff. So now that gave me a lot of ideas.
I can see why, because a lot of times, your significant other are best sources of ideas.
Yeah. So now there's definitely going to be a cow character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait to look. I can't wait to see how that looks. That's pretty awesome. Okay, so you got 26 days to go on the campaign, and you only got 55 backers. Folks, I really think we need to help my friend out here a bit.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah. You're getting 3 issues of this awesome series. All right? Plus, you're getting all these rewards. You're getting a plushie. You're getting trading cards. You're getting a t-shirt, for God's sakes.
You can get a variant cover. You can get a flash drive. You can get stickers.
You get a sketch cover by Josh Harris himself.
Exactly.
What more do you want? Yeah. Well, this is very exciting. So, for those of you who haven't checked out the Kickstarter, the link is down below. Or just type in, when you go to Kickstarter, just type in Mittens Space Pilot 1 through 3. You're there.
Yeah. Do it.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for you. I'm very excited.
Yeah. Yeah. This is, I feel like it's like the fastest we've funded in a while because ink took a while.
Yeah.
And Scales was kind of a little hard to market because it's a superhero comic, but it wasn't a superhero comic.
Yeah.
you know, people like cats in space. So
Yeah, the minute I think when this actually launched, you already had backers right away.
yeah, it took a minute for the superhero ones, even though they're like slightly. Well, ink is established. Scales will be as we move to the second issue.
Yeah,
Which that's next year. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. So before the show started, we actually were talking about you returning to the podcast genre, as we'll call it. So
yep.
yeah, but what brought that about?
So on our virtual expo last year, um, we both decided that we wanted to like be done with the podcast because it got stale. I was getting bored of it. Like we were doing the last few episodes, and the guests were fine. It was our questions were the same questions over and over again, and sometimes you get a different answer, but it's basically the same thing.
Yeah,
And it's on other podcasts like it, like the same questions. And it's not like I'm taking those questions from a different podcast. It's like we were just asking the exact same stuff. So we're changing it up a bit. Instead of just asking like 10 questions and then we're promoting a Kickstarter, we're gonna have like a topic and we're gonna stay on topic. We're also gonna not um, have Dylan talk about Aladdin, like live action Aladdin for an hour. Because we did that on one episode. Like he just kept going. Um, it was hilarious. But I was just sitting there like, yeah. So we're also like on a time crunch because we're going to be doing it during our like Monday meetings.
mm,
So it's during like the like afternoonish evening time.
yeah,
So we'll have like a half hour to like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes tops. Because we had some episodes that like went to like 3 hours and
okay,
like, yeah, which like they were fine because obviously they had to be enjoyable somewhat if
yeah,
we were talking to somebody for 3 hours. But uh, yeah, it was draining, and then I had to like go back and edit that, and that took forever. So I'm like I was on a few podcasts like recently. I was on Comic Chat, and that was like 20 minutes, and that was like fine. And I was like, oh, well, that's what we should do. So we're gonna have like a topic, and then stick to the topic, and we're gonna try to have new guests, not ones that have been on before, unless if like we can find somebody. But we're trying to actually do the podcast thing right this time. Last time we like kind of like just went into it, and like he wants to make sure like it actually like works and our YouTube actually functions the right way,
yeah,
because I just uploaded the episode and then I was like, yeah, okay, now on to the next one. The thumbnails, I had somebody like I was paying somebody to do at one point, and then they were like I was paying them to do something that I could have done in Canva, and then I was doing it in Canva, and then they kind of like just I don't know. It it was all getting like boring to me and stuff. So we're changing up things that we're going to be doing for that, um, and it's going to be bi-weekly still, like we did the last time, but it's just not going to be the same thing, like the same format. So yeah.
no, I understand, especially after a while it does get a little stale and all that, so you gotta think of ways to pump it up a bit, just
Yeah.
some, you know,
Yeah. Um, like the Nova Files podcast that you and Peter do, that actually gets like people that listen because I can see that people listen. Um, Not like 30 or 40 people, but it's like 8 to 15 people depending on like what it is.
yeah,
But you guys talk about stuff that like people actually want to like talk about or whatever, like X-Men,
Well, yeah, because I think Peter and I, we figured out early on, what to talk about because we were curious about some of these topics ourselves. So we would watch a lot of these stuffs and give our thoughts about it. And yeah, I'm not surprised that people are, interested because we're fans as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We'll talk about like stuff like that on our podcast too, but we won't go like so heavily into it because I said to Dylan, I was like, that was kind of like what made an episode go on too long was like you just kept talking about something or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the thing? There's never really a good place to really stop the top one topic and then get into another one, or
Yeah,
it can't keep going on. So yeah, it's tough.
yeah, um, yeah. So, what do you have going on after this? Well, not this, but you know.
Well, I'm gonna be going back to work on Coding Hunter issue 4. I'm down to the last number of pages. I'm sending it to my inker after that. But yeah, we're close to finishing issue number 4. After he's done with the inking, I can do the coloring and the lettering, and that's it. But yeah, here's the thing, folks. Making comics is a constant learning curve. All right, you're learning new tricks every single day. I have met professionals that have been doing this for years, and they're still learning new stuff.
Yeah,
So yeah, I'm a very good company.
yeah, yeah. So after Mittens, even though we still got till like the end of August, we were finally doing a Kickstarter for Seer Chronicles 3. That's our flagship title. And then while we're doing that Kickstarter, we're going to be, me and Josh and, the people that are part of it, like you, we're going to be start to get into the production of the last issue of Chronicles of Horror, which I kind of can't wait for because like I have to like go back into and like piece everything together. But
Yeah,
yeah, I can't wait to do that. Just
yeah. Here's the thing, folks. I loved collaborating with these guys on Chronicles of Horror because it was a true collaboration, and also we got to just try out different type of stories, really. And I actually got to write a story for this last issue because I asked Greg if I could do that because I have an idea. I got this when I was watching, of all things, Halloween Kills in a movie theater. I was watching that in a movie theater. I got this idea. I was like, Greg, could I please write this? He's like, sure.
yeah. There's a lot of story. I think that the third issue is the like we have the most stories out of all three.
Yeah.
And instead of just doing the third issue and then the next year doing a trade, we're doing the trade next year. So
Wow.
yeah, so we're gonna put it all together, and the first issue actually will connect into 2 and 3
Okay.
because the first one, the only thing that isn't an episode
Mhm.
is Hector's story, which was
Oh,
the early grave.
yeah.
So that's the one that he drew. That connects to the like plot of like him, and then that comes back around like full circle. So yeah, I can't wait for that.
Yeah. I can't wait for it either. I can't wait to work on it. Yeah. So
Yeah,
it's gonna be a fun issue.
yeah. There's a lot of pages, so we have to like it's a lot of pages.
Yeah.
So
We're going to have a meeting to talk about all the pages.
yeah, because I was talking to Josh like I think last year about it, and I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be probably over 60 pages or something like that. Yeah, because I have Mr. Chronicle story, and he has a few spots in it, and then there's Bobby T is in it for like 5 seconds, and then your story. There's Justin's. There's so many other people's,
Yeah.
and then there's a few that still have to write their story or they have to give them to me. But yeah, there's a lot more.
Well, that's a shame, folks. A lot of the creators would like to collaborate with Sierra Nova Comics.
I guess so. Ugh. But yeah.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. That you have all these projects on the slate for now, especially the Sheer Chronicles. Um, are you guys going to be creating any new characters for some of these stories, or
Um, so there is a new vigilante in the Seer Chronicles.
uh,
Like nobody will know until that third one comes out. That's my character. I guess I'll talk about it now. I was gonna like save it until like there's
what?
art and
Well,
stuff.
hold on a second. If you don't want to talk about it, you want to keep it a secret, keep it a secret.
Okay, okay, I guess it's a secret.
Sorry, folks.
Um,
Sorry.
but yeah, you'll see like art for that character because Hector like drew the character, but there's a different person that's gonna be drawing. Like, there's a series for that character, so.
Yeah.
Uh, I was gonna do like I was gonna try to stay quiet and do all 3 issues, and be dead silent until they're all done. But I don't have money to do that, so now I have to run a Kickstarter for each one. That's what's gotta happen. Um, so yeah, yippee! So I have to do that.
Well, that's the thing, folks. A lot of things happen, and you got to play these things out.
Yeah, if I had more money, then I would just be like, oh, so after you do this one, you do this one and this one, and then I can throw it all out at people and be like, hey, look, here's 1, 2, 3. But now I have to be like, here's 1, and then you got to wait, and then here's 2. Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. So, like I said, folks, please do check out Mittens Space Pilot issues 1 to 3. You got 26 days to go. So, yeah, you get all of these goodies. I mean, look at this fantastic artwork. Yeah. You're not going to find this anywhere else.
Okay.
Unless Sierra Nova Comics goes to more conventions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
So,
we're doing one in October.
okay.
Yeah. We're doing a 1-day thing in October. It's a like a cryptid kind of thing.
Mhm.
And then the one after that is Saratoga Comic Con, the fall show. That was like our best show that we did in May.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait to do both of those.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. I think before we actually do end here, I definitely want to re-share with you guys my own stuff, of course. That's the thing with you guys. I'll promote. I am always on IndiePlanet.com for Conan Hunter issues 1 through 3. I'm also on SierraNovaComics.com issues 1 through 3 for Conan Hunter. But for those of you that are interested in some of my other merchandise, I'm on tpublic.com. Just type in Lola Ian merch, and you can find my stuff there. I know the last time I said I was going to be posting new stuff on there, which I will be coming later this week. Here is some Conan Hunter stuff. This is a logo shirt. So, Greg, if you want a shirt,
It's cool.
Yeah, we also got ball caps, hoodies, coffee mugs. Yeah, it works. And there's my other character, little Ian, right here. And we mostly do little Ian for holiday or just fun, creative stuff, like the Santa Claus interrogation. Who ate the cookies? Or when Blu-ray covers attack, which is a fan favorite apparently.
That's awesome.
So Yeah, lots of good stuff. And there's a sale going on right now, so you might want to buy some stuff. But first and foremost, please check out my friend Greg's Kickstarter. Yeah. Oh, wait a second. I know these are some of your friends on your accounts because yeah. I just love the fact that they love what you're doing.
Yeah, Mittens is like one of John's favorite comics. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I hope he enjoys issue 3. As I hope you all will enjoy issues 1 through 3 if you haven't bought purchased yet. So what are you waiting for? Come on, get back this Kickstarter.
Do it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's going to be it for us tonight. I'm Ian Miller. This has been Triple Threat Comics YouTube channel. You have yourselves a good night, folks.